Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to babylady.co.uk. So we are here with you live this morning on a bit of a chilly Monday morning. How was your weekend? If you are watching today, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know what you were doing at the weekend. It's always good to know. If you are watching on replay, please do add the hashtag replay. It's great to know that people do watch us back. So today we are going to visit twins and doubles. Now, it was very difficult because actually we had the same problem today that we had on Friday, in that when we started to put these out, we realised that actually we have more doubles and twins than we could actually fit on the plinth. And there's a few more that we couldn't even get out. So we do actually have a lot of twins and doubles, but we're going to feature those today. And this is a big shout out to Maddie, to Evie and to Matt, who have all asked for this. We know that you are feeding us back your inquiries and also your requests for our lives. And we do try to provide you with the information that you have asked about, and they have specifically asked for these to be done as a live. So this is what we're going to do today. So yeah, we're going to cover today lots of twins and doubles in different types of configurations. So if you have got any questions, do ping them across to us now, just to make sure we have time to answer them. Obviously, if you have any questions as I go through, you're very welcome to ping those across as well. We should have people watching on our Facebook, on our YouTube, and also on our Instagram.
We've got loads of people watching already.
Instagram is like going absolutely mad. So we are a little bit, normally when I do the lives, I do a massive amount of preparation. We just turn up, not just I, everyone here is a team effort. Because it's been so completely mental this weekend, haven't done quite as much preparation today, but hopefully I'll be able to answer all your questions. We have been so inundated with people wanting to make appointments. I think you're all very excited about us being able to welcome you back into store. So do keep getting in touch if you do want to book those appointments.
So I've got Suzanne watching this morning,
we love
good top fan. We've got Maisie watching from Tenterden. We have Georgie. She says, "Morning, guys. You sell the bugaboo donkey."
Yeah, we've got the donkey here. I can see that Shannon
is watching from Ashford.
So we've got a new setup today. Normally, I can't see anything, so I do this all blind. But today, I can actually see some of you are watching. Vanessa's a regular as well. Good morning, Vanessa. But there is a lag. So
it takes around about 20 seconds to come through.
Anyway, let's crack on. So today we are visiting twins and doubles. As I said, these are just a selection of the type of things we do sell. So if you do have any specific requirements, please feel free to message us or get in touch, and we will try our very best. We've got a team standing by to answer all your questions after the live as well. So if we are talking twins and doubles, there are sort of two big differences. Obviously, if you are looking for a twin, if you're excited enough to be, if you're lucky enough to be having twins, it is possibly a different type of purchase than if you're having a baby and a toddler. So first of all, I'm going to sort of start with that, and then we'll come on to baby and toddler. Now, we know we have less people buying for twins. It's a super exciting thing. I would love to have had twins. There are certain things which personally I feel are better for twins. The bugaboo donkey is always an absolutely excellent choice for twins. It is one of the very few where you can actually have both children facing you. If I pull this out, so if you are having twins, there aren't a huge amount of choices if you want to have a proper carry cot and a proper seat unit facing you. You can have the Emil Younger twin. It's a lot bigger than this. You can have the mountain buggy, completely forgot then, and you can also have the donkey. There are a few others as well, but a lot of the other things that we've got here today are not necessarily designed for twins. They're designed for babies and toddlers. So one of the things you want to think about is, obviously you've got to think about budget. Not everybody has unlimited amounts of funds, and we can generally find things within different price brackets as well. But if you just want something that is sort of really the best of the best, donkey is a very good option. You could also have the Emil Younger twin as well, which we don't have here, so I can't show you that. But they will allow you to have both children facing you, and they have two seat units that are fully functioning, full-size seat units that you can have facing you. If you want a full demonstration of how the donkey works, do have a look at the videos that we've recorded, because if I demonstrate everything today, we won't get on to the other things. This is more about helping you with your decision making. Now, the other thing you've got to take into account is the size of your boot. Not everybody, if you're having twins, can suddenly go out and buy a new car. It's expensive enough to have twins as it is. If you are working with a smaller boot, the donkey may not be your first choice. And this is something you really need to take into account with when you're purchasing, is because when you fold the donkey up, you do have to take both seats and both carry cots. Obviously, if you're having it as a twin, you'd have 2 carry cots. We've got it set up for baby and toddler, just because that's how we normally, and we sell it. I say normally, we sell more of these for a baby and toddler. But you've got to take into account that you've got to have room in your vehicle for both carry cots and your chassis, which will take up more space. So just bear that in mind. Also, if you're buying this as a twin, you're going to be looking at a price point of about £1,500, and that's just your pram. That's not without it. That's without car seats and other things. So again, it will depend on your budget. So there is an alternative. I'll just pop this back here, and this is the mountain buggy duet, and this is a cracking alternative for people who are having twins. It really is an excellent choice. Now, there are different models of this. This is the standard model, but you can also get the luxury model, which does come with carry cots included, or a carry cot included. This model does have the air tires, and I know that we had a customer inquiring the weekend who has already had one of these before, is now having twins, wants to know about, that's why we're part of the reason we're doing this, wants to know about the best things. The new version, that is the exclusive version, the deluxe version, doesn't have air tires. So again, if you're worried about air tires, there are options within this range. Now, with the duet, you can use this from birth. Obviously, there is a full video of this, without having a carry cot. So if you are on a tighter budget, I think is perhaps the way to say it, you could use this from birth. You can put car seats on them. You can put car seats on pretty much all of these. We're not really focusing on the car seats today, but just to let you know, you can use this from birth. And this, in terms of price, starts at £649. So if you wanted a twin, a really nice twin that will last you really, really well, you could have the duet. Now, this also folds super compactly. So the beauty of the duet is that it folds up all in one. Now, if you have a smaller boot, and you're working with a tighter boot space, this will go into things like a Fiesta, a Golf, standard size cars. It does fold very compactly. And that may also be one of the things that you need to take into account when you are purchasing, because it is really important. You can also get carry cots for this. As I said, the luxury version of this comes with a carry cot. If you don't want to have a carry cot, you don't have to, but you can add them, and your carry cot will obviously give you that parent facing first stage. And if you buy the deluxe carry cots, they also come with what we call a Joey seat unit, which will allow you to parent face them for up to about 6 to 9 months. But it won't give you a full size seat unit facing you like the donkey. But it does fold very compactly, and it's half the price, more than half the price. Obviously, by the time you add carry cots, it's probably about half the price. So this is obviously a consideration. It does also depend on your lifestyle. If you particularly don't want air tires, you might want to consider the solid tires, and we do have one of those here should you want to have a look at it.
I do have a couple of questions.
Oh, good questions already.
So first of all, I've got Maisie who says, do you sell the sheepskin liner in the Bugaboo?
Yes, we do.
If one second, it's just coming up.
So these are £59.
And is it good for summer weather?
Yes, it is. So these are £59.99. They are sold separately. They are available via our website. You can just ring the store and we can send one to you. We have them in stock. We sell ever such a lot of them. They are suitable for the summer. They're really clever. They are real proper sheepskin, and they do help regulate the baby's temperature both in winter and in summer. And we do sell a lot of them when we're sort of normally open. People pick them up all the time. But yes, so you can buy those separately, and that's not a Bugaboo one. The Bugaboo ones are more expensive. The Bugaboo ones, in fact, I don't think the Bugaboo ones are available at the moment, are they?
Not at the moment, but they're going to be around about £100.
Yeah, so they will be a lot more expensive.
I've also got Georgie, sorry, Debbie. I've also got Georgie on YouTube who's asked, are the hood colours customizable like the other Bugaboos, or does it only come in black?
Yes, you can completely customise. I didn't actually say that, sorry. With the Bugaboo, all of them come in different colours. You can have different colours on the Duet as well, but with the Bugaboo you can customise them. You can customise them with us. You can't customise them everywhere now. I think it's only through independence that you can choose the colour of your hoods. So you can choose your base colour, which is the base colour is this bit. You can choose your hood colour, and you can also choose your chassis colour. So there's a lot more independence in terms of what you want. There are, in terms of base colours, you can have black or grey. In terms of chassis, you can have the silver or the all black, and there's lots of different colour hoods. We saw one recently to someone who wanted different colour hoods, just because they knew they were having like boy and girl, they wanted to mix it up a bit. They also do the grey melange, which is very, very popular.
I've also got Shannon who says she needs that Bugaboo Donkey duo.
We can sell that to you. It's not a problem. In fact, I think we have stock. We are getting prepared. So one of the things that's slightly concerning is when the shops reopen, stock is going to become quite difficult. So we are trying really hard to make sure we've got stock. Obviously, it's very difficult to make sure we have everything. So if you know what you want, it is a very good idea if you can order it ahead of time.
One more question. I've got Tara who's asked, what is better, side by side or tandem?
Okay, so this really depends on your lifestyle and where you live and everything else. So if you live somewhere where there's very narrow pavements, you might want to consider side by side is better. Personally, if you're having twins, I really do like did I say side by side? If you've got narrow pavements, you want one in front of the other. If you're having twins, I really do like side by sides. I think it's really nice not to have one under the other when they're twins. It is a personal choice, but we're going to come on to the side by sides now as well. So we'll talk about those in more detail. So I say, going on to that question, which is better, you might want to consider buying something in tandem mode if you are working with narrow pavements, if you are doing a school run and perhaps you have to work. Someone said this to me once, they have to go through like sort of offset gates.
Yeah.
Not exactly star, but that type of thing. And it's much more difficult to get something like that through those than it would be one that's in line. So this is again something you need to consider. It's about lifestyle. Also, you've got to consider boot space. We're going back to this whole boot space thing again. Very often things that fold like this can be more compact. I would say that the donkey, and obviously we mentioned the Emma Younger briefly, which is even bigger. You do need to consider the size of your boot. So if we talk about babies and toddlers, and the majority of our customers are buying from baby and toddlers, then that's a slightly different thing. When you're talking about buying for a baby and a toddler, you need to consider the ages of your children as well, because depending on the age of your children will depend on what is going to be more appropriate for you. If you've got quite a big gap, chances are you will only need to use it as a double for maybe 6 months. Whereas if you have children much closer together, you're going to need it much longer. So if you've got a smaller age gap, you might want to think about still donkeys or duets, because you're still going to have your baby napping. Your baby's still quite small. They won't necessarily be walking very quickly. Whereas if you've got, I suppose, 2.5 year gap, if you're only going to need it for 6 months, you probably will only need a seat unit and a carry cot, not necessarily set up as a tandem. I hope you know what that means. So a tandem is, we've got one set up. We haven't got one set up for tandem. Okay, so if you have babies very close together, you will not only need, I'm just going to pull this egg down so we can have a look at it. Not only will you need the carry cot and the seat unit, but when your baby grows out of this, if you've got a smaller gap, you're going to need another seat as well. And this is something else to consider when you're buying this type of product. A lot of our customers actually only going to need it for 6 months or so, in which case this type of thing is absolutely excellent, because you can add a set of adapters like these, if you can see these adapters, and you can use your original carry cot and your original seat unit on your separate chassis, and you've got lots of different configurations. And a lot of the products that we've got out here will do this. So this is the Upper Baby Vista. This also will allow you to use the main carry cot, the main seat unit, so you're not buying any more pieces, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. If it doesn't, please just shout at me that doesn't make sense, and I'll tell you again. So a lot of these are designed to keep the cost down, to use the same pieces as you would as a single. both of those, and also if you have the eye candy peach, which I've got here. Oops. I'm just going to grab that, put that back there. So the eye candy peach. If you have the eye candy peach, again, you can use this as a single. If you want to double it up, you will need to buy a couple more pieces, because you do need to buy an extra frame and an extra hood. But it looks absolutely beautiful. It's got a big seat unit, and obviously it's a very popular choice. One of our most popular choices here is actually the eye candy orange, which I know is not perhaps on everybody's radar, but it's such a clever product. And this also, if we go back to, sorry, let me bring this over. If we go back to what we said about the gap in between them, this is probably the most versatile inline pushchair possibly on the market at the moment. It's very, very clever. There is also a new model in development. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to tell you that. If I'm not, then I'll get into trouble. And that will be out quite shortly. And I've seen pictures of it, and actually it looks absolutely beautiful. It does look really stunning. So I think that's going to be quite exciting. Now, this one has a lot more configurations. So you could use this in masses of different ways. So if you are having twins, you've got a much bigger gap. I should have had the other carry cot here. There is a demonstration on our YouTube channel of this. But if you're having twins, this is not really how we want to do it, but it is live, so just bear with me. If you're having twins, you can actually have a much bigger gap between your carry cot and your seat unit than some of the others, because it is a bigger chassis. But the biggest thing with this is the different ways that you can use your seat units and your carry cots. There's 32 different configurations.
33.
33. I stand correct. 33. And I do have a sheet which I will show you, but I'll try and put this on our. Where can we put this later? So this is some of the pictures of all of the different ways.
A bit lower.
Bit lower.
That's it. Yeah.
That you can use this product. And if I turn it around as well, there's even more. Now, it would just take too long for us to show you every single way that works today. But up a bit, down a bit. Is that better?
That's it.
Really fantastic amount of configurations. So if you're looking for something which is extremely versatile for baby and toddler, and you've got a smaller gap and you want to use it longer, then you might want to consider the orange. It's also cheaper than some of the competitor products, but it has all these different adaptations. So you can use, let's say, there's 32 different ways. You can have your toddler seat here, you can have them facing, you can have them facing away from you. There's just so many. And because it's also what we call cinema style seating, what you have is you have the ability to have one seat higher than the other when you've got both seats on. And there's quite a big gap on this. And I just think in terms of what it will do, it is very, very clever. People sometimes say that it's not the prettiest product on the market, but it's incredibly functional. It also has a ride-on stand-on board on the back and the front. Actually, you wouldn't use that one, but there is one at the back here. So if you then have your baby starts to walk, or your toddler, not a baby now, starts to walk, they can stand on the back, and that's built in as well. But the new version, which I have seen the pictures of, does look very exciting. We will do a preview as soon as that arrives, and we'll record a proper video of that. So if you do want to know any more details, do let us know. I know that there are some offers on existing stock of these oranges at the moment as well, so it might be a good choice for you. But it is bigger, so you will have to consider that in terms of when you're buying. Obviously, you need to think about how tall you are. I mean, for me, I absolutely love the fact that this configures in so many different ways, but it might be a bit big for me. I'm only 5'2". It is really easy to push, but it is bigger. So that's something, again, if you're considering your choices for baby and toddler, these are things that you do need to take into account. Is, the people that are pushing it. It does have a very high handle, so it's great for taller parents as well. But yeah, just bear that in mind. So that is the eye candy orange. If you are a smaller parent and you don't need such a gap, one of our favorites, eye candy egg. Absolutely love this. I know we do go on about the egg a lot, but it's very, very clever. So with the egg, this is truly a product that you literally have to buy a set of adapters to use. So we have quite a lot of customers who love this option because if you have a baby and a toddler, but you're going out just with your baby, you can simply use this on its own without the toddler adapters, without the tandem adapters. These come off. These are your tandem adapters, and that is all you have to add to your single egg. So this is your single egg. Obviously, we've got different colours here to show you the different colours. This is the gorgeous new olive. And this, see, that is your single. So if you are out without your baby and toddler, you're just with your baby, it's just a single pram. If your baby gets older and you just want to use it, then again, you can put that back down there. The other thing as well is it does fold very compactly. Obviously we have done videos, actually I won't fold up now because it will take too long, but it does fold really, really compactly. So
I've got a couple of questions. So I have one from Ria.
Yeah.
She says she's interested in the orange, but again, seat size is important.
Seat size.
Yeah.
Right, so the seat size on the orange is really big. It has very generous size seat units. So let's grab, do you want me to compare that against something else? I'll just finish this and then I'll go and measure the seats for you. But so obviously you can use this as a single pushchair as well. And then if you're out with your baby and toddler, all you do is pop your tandem adapters back on. Obviously you wouldn't have this in 2 different colours. We've only put it in 2 different colours so you can see the differences. And these adapters are just £50. So they're extremely good value for money. And it just does mean that you've got a lot more functionality. And if you're looking future proofing as well, a lot of people like this option. So you can do this with the, just pop that in. You can do this as well with the Eye Candy Peach, but you will need to add a couple of bits in order to make it. Other than the tandem adapters, you will need a hood and a bar. But again, that might be an option for you.
I've got Leanne who's asked, can she put a car seat on the egg in tandem?
Yes, you can, but there are only certain car seats that will go on. Leanne, if you want us to message you a list rather, I can do that later. But yes, there are, all of these will take car seats. We haven't featured the car seats today because what tends to happen is if we then go off on that route, it becomes a very long live, and we try and keep these to half an hour. I know that I do twitter on sometimes, but
so Ria has said
yes,
she's interested in the largest seat of the peach orange, and obviously
peach orange,
peach and the orange.
Oh, I see. Yep, absolutely. Yep, let's measure them for you. So this is the current orange. Let's have a look. So the seat unit on this is 49 centimeters. 49. Yeah, 49 centimeters. You've also got a depth from front to back of about 21, and you've got lots of foot room here, 20 centimeters there. And then if we have a look at the peach, we'll bring this one out as well. Can you still see me?
Yeah.
See, all right. Okay. So this one is that one's 50. That's 51. So it is actually slightly higher. And the seat front to back here is 23. So that again is bigger. And the seat there is 20 again. The other thing to bear in mind with the peach is that you can actually move your hood up. So if you have a very large, let me just see if I can bring those both into view. If you have a very large child, you can easily move that hood up. Does that help? Can you see them side by side?
Yeah.
Is that a bit closer? So you can actually make that seat unit bigger. So if you do have a very large child and that's what you're looking for, I think the Vista has also got a really big seat unit as well. And again, with the Vista, like the orange, you only need to get a set of adapters. So that's 50 and that's 23 and 25. So that also, if you're, I'm sorry, I've forgotten who that was.
That's Ria.
If you're looking for a very big seat unit, the Vista may also be an option for you because the seat unit does go up again. You can lift not the seat unit, the hood. So if you've got a very tall child, not only do you want to think about the size of the seat unit, you also need to think about the hood height, because otherwise they're banging their heads. So if you can adjust the hood on it, that's a plus. But do bear in mind that there is going to be a new version of the Orange launching shortly. I'm hoping certainly by the end of this month we should have it. I haven't actually had my hands on one yet, so I can't tell you if that's got a bigger seat unit. But if your baby's not due immediately, if you do get in touch, then we can let you know as soon as we have one. And of course, we'll record a video, as we always do. Okay.
She says amazing, thank you.
Huh?
She says amazing, thank you.
Thank you so much. That's lovely. Right, I have a sip of my water and I'll pop this one back. So, other than these, there are other products that we sell as doubles. So you may have, and we haven't really covered this, that's why we're going to do it now. You may have perhaps a baby and a toddler, and you just want something lightweight and compact and not very expensive. And perhaps you don't use it very much. Just put this back here, out of the way. Then we have things like this is the Oh La La Twin. And I think we wanted to include things like this because we didn't want you to think that we only have really expensive products. This retails at £199. It is suitable from birth. Obviously, it doesn't have the features of all the others, but it will lay flat. If you are looking for something sort of more of a budget, or maybe it's a grandparent buying choice, maybe you will be having, God, maybe think about that. You might be having both grandchildren to look after them once this all lifts, and you want something you can take out and about. This is incredibly light. Oh, sorry, I didn't check the weight of it, but I would say it's probably about 6 kilos. Maybe 7. It's very light, so if you don't want something too heavy, if you don't want something too heavy duty, this may well be your choice. We also have the Chico Echo Twin, which is a side-by-side buggy. We've got something else similar to this. It's a little sturdier. Lots and lots of choices. So again, if you do feel that you would benefit from coming in and actually having a look at these, you can make an appointment. Now, we are booking appointments from the 12th of April. So we've talked today about the various different things to consider. If you're buying a twin or a double, so you want to consider, are you having a baby? Are you having a baby and toddler, or are you having twins? And that may change your choices. Think about your lifestyle. The size of your boot is very important, and obviously where you want to take it. If you're going to be going down narrow pathways, you do need to take into account the width of what you're pushing. Will it go where you want to take it? And talking about lifestyle as well, if you have a very outdoor lifestyle, you do a lot of walking, something like this is not going to be as suitable as something like these, because these obviously are designed for a lot more heavy use. So again, these are things that you need to take into account. Do you want your child parent facing, or are you happy to have your child facing away from you? These are all, again, things that you need to bear in mind. And also the difference of age of your children. Do you need your older child to still nap in it? Will it lay down? Will your older child still be comfortable? And again, as Ria pointed out, the size of the seat units is also important. If you've got larger children, older children perhaps, or children who are very tall, this is something again that you need to take into account when you are buying. One of the beauties of the staff here is they are very, very highly trained, and the idea is that they can guide you through the maze, and by asking simple questions can easily identify what may be the most suitable products for you. We'd love you to get in touch if you do have any questions, and we will do our very, very best to help you. So I've whittled on again today. So who else have we got watching? Have we got any more questions or any comments? Because I can see that Ria is watching. Maisie, I can't scroll back, so I can see Shannon. I can't go any further back than that, but so Zoe is doing the tech for me today, and she will be able to see who's on Instagram, and we'll give you a shout out if we can. I know sometimes there are so many of you.
So we've had loads of people watching today. We've got Isabel, we've got Claire, we've got Faye, we've got Julie, we've got Zara, we've got Sarah, Sophie, Sasha, Becky, Paige, Jay, Laura, Sophie. Sophie also said hi.
Hi,
We've got Kathy, we've got Nathan, we've got Ellie. And then also on Shannon, Maisie, Georgie, Ria,
lots and lots and lots of
yeah,
people.
loads of people watching today, so thank you all
we've
so
even
much.
got more on our YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
So if we haven't given you a shout out today, we're really, really sorry. If you are watching and you want to like and share this, it was always great for us because you can then share it with your friends and hopefully we can help them as well. If you are watching on our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and also click the button at the top, because then we'll be able to send you all of our latest videos as we record them. And we've got some more videos to do today. I know we did quite a few on Friday, and there's more to be uploaded today as well, I think, haven't we? We've got more to upload. So we are working really, really hard. So if you haven't discovered our YouTube channel yet, what we have tried to do, bearing in mind that you can't come into store at the moment, and we realize it's really frustrating for you, but not for long, not for long. We're getting excited now. If you have a look at our YouTube channel, we've tried to record a series of videos, there's loads of them now, on all of our best-selling products, and I think most of them that are here today, we've got individual instructional videos. In fact, I had a lovely comment from someone over the weekend about our mountain buggy to say that finally he had managed to fold it watching our video, which is really obviously lovely to hear. But so do check those out, because they may also help you in your buying choices and obviously how they work individually. If we sort of concentrated on each one today, it just makes the live a little bit long and cumbersome. But if you have got questions that we haven't covered, please feel free to ping those across to us, and then we will do our very best. We'll try and follow these later in case we've missed anyone. And I'm really sorry, because I know there's a lot coming in today. If we have missed anyone, then we're really, really sorry. And if we haven't given you a shout out, you can always just message us and say, we haven't given you a shout out. Can we give you a mention? In fact, I'm going to do that next week. I'm going to say, or maybe Friday, if you would like a mention, just put the word mention, and then we'll try and mention you. So we told you about our YouTube channel. We told you about our appointments. We are going to follow up on any of the questions we've had today. And if we haven't explained anything, do let us know. We really do appreciate you joining us on Mondays and Fridays. And we're doing our best to bring you the things that you've asked about most. And I hope those people that asked for this video, it was Maisie, Evie and
Maddie.
Addie. And someone else as well. There was a guy as well. I'm so sorry. I did write it down earlier. We hope if you're watching that, or if you're watching on replay, because I know some of you can't watch live because you may be at work. I hope that this covered the questions that you asked for. If not, again, ping us and we'll let you know. So we're going to continue doing these, obviously, up until we reopen on the 12th of April. After that, we may have to cut them down. And we are going to slip in a couple of extra ones as well. I've got some exciting things that I want to show you that we may try and slip in between. So don't forget to keep telling us the things that you want. We know you want carriers. We're working on that. We are waiting for, there's a new carrier that we've got. We need some more training on. Carriers are very complex and we don't want to do it wrong. We don't want to do it wrong. We want to do it. If we do it, we really want to do it to the best of our ability. So that is coming. That is definitely on the schedule. So keep an eye out for that. And if there's other things you want to see, let us know. On Friday, we are going to be covering extended rear facing, but purely rear facing for those people that just want rear facing longer. We've got some brilliant seats. We've got the new Axkid 1, got a whole range of seats from Axkid. We've got some B-Safe seats. There's a couple of others we're going to slop in there as well. Really going to be in depth on extended rear facing. So if you are interested on those, or you've got friends who want to know about extended rear facing, we will try really hard to cover everything you need to know then. In the meantime, if there's anything we can help you with, don't forget we are still working behind closed doors to try and bring you everything you need. You can do click and collect. Our website is working. And if you do want to do a payment plan on any of the things we've covered today, we can obviously arrange that. Just message us or give us a call in the store. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm hoping it's going to warm up.
Oh, it's very chilly today.
It does feel chilly, and I almost felt that we had a tiny bit of spring coming. My daffodils are out in my garden though. Are your daffodils out in your garden? And if they are, why not send us a picture of your daffodils today? I'd like to thank everyone for watching today. We really do appreciate that you tune in and that you join us twice a week. And we hope that you're finding these videos really helpful. The feedback we've had so far is that they are helpful. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. So enjoy the rest of your day.